Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
He won't be happy with that one. Hazard. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, that's fabulous. No, that's been intercepted. Hullet tries a measured ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. It's not an especially good pass, that. And here's Owen. And it's Hazard. And they're back on the ball again. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And he's Hazard! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that should get the job done. Struck first time! And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's come loose. He's having a shot! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Hazard in acres of space out wide. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Owen. Nakata. Rummenigge. Chance! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
It's gone for a throw-in. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Messi. Xavi Alonso. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Roberto Carlos.
Such good technique.
He's got away. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Defending of the desperate variety. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Please drink responsibly.
How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Number 7, Xabi Alonso.
And he's decided to go for it.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do.
He's gone for goal.
Number 20, Kadiolu.
Bullet, a player of legendary status. Looking for the run. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kadiolu. Bullet. Played in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Now it's Messi. That ball looks a good one. Now that's well seen too. And he's lost his man, and he shoots! Goal! Argentina! And again they hit the front. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Argentina go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's on it, can he get away? And he was quick to react. Alexander-Arnold, a probing pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Kadiolu. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's all... And Messi! It's anyone's ball now. And this is Messi. And the shot!
He should have put that one away.
Messi has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. Darwin. Oh, this looks sharp.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And there's the shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Kadiolu. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Mbappe. That is good strength. And that's it. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game yet
and
to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary that we've come to expect. Oh, he's been caught napping! Cleared away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's found a way through, and it's pulled back. Great chance! There it is! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
That has been cut short. Spread out to the left. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Quality ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the shot! Alexander-Arnold is there to clear. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is...
It scores! And he nearly went all the way.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement. Pretty robust defending.
And it's Hullet. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Driving forward. That has not gone well. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
There will be 1 minute
Real
added time.
chance! He has done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter.
There's the whistle for half-time. To look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Lost children's
A
announcement.
half of
With the
massive
father of a boy
entertainment
in a
and
yellow
excitement.
t-shirt,
A
kindly
two-goal
make his
margin,
way to the
yes,
information
but all
centre.
things still possible.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Erling Haaland.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Bernardo Silva. Coming on the field,
Messi.
number 9, Mbappe.
Scholes gets a foot in here.
It's
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
India clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he was alert to it. Looking for a runner. Shifted it to the flank. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Roberto Carlos has created one goal already. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
India appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's managed to get free. That's really well cleared. And they're quick to get it back. Rummenigge. He has hit that forcefully.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
And it's Cruyff. Scholes. The message is clear, none shall pass. Wirtz proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Roberto Carlos. Xavi Alonso. Pullet tries looking up for options on the left. They get a throw in. Decent progress down the left. Scholes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, some tackle that. And there's the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Wirtz really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Shot could be on. Now can he find a finish? It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. That is some save from De Gea. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
That's been cut out, well played. Pull it. Now it's Raul. He's in a great position here. Oh no, this does not look good. Otto spots it and intercepts. Pull it. Xavi Alonso. And it's Roberto Carlos. And this is Hullet. Cleared without complication.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Hullet. And he's heaved it away. And Adams. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah,
Oh, what a mistake! Played out to the right. Well, played right into his path. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Scholes. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, what has happened here? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Adams. And it's Xavi Alonso. Scholes. Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Scholes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Roberto Carlos. Hoisted in. Rijkaard can get it clear. And that's been won straight back. Engages and forces him off the ball. And that's an errant pass. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rummenigge.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Now it's Lewandowski. That looks a good ball through. Otto. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And he was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. Scholes. And this is Owen. Now it's Hullet. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Chouameni.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Foot in. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe gets into a good position. He's got away. Shoots! And another try! He has done it! And that could well be the winner!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
A 1-0 lead established.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off? This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans
and
have pulled out
welcome to
all the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Now, this could be a chance. Now it's Lewandowski. Raul. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Messi. Nakata. That looks a cracking ball. And no, that was never going to make it. And this is Nakata. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Hazard. Still goalless at the moment. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He is through here, and a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Spain with the corner, there first. Messi goes short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gattuso.
Spain really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Rafinha. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lovely ball and a real chance now. David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's picked it up out wide. Now there's a chance, surely! Goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Quality ball. Shapes to shoot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Corner number 2 then. Messi with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Good ball, good take. Look at the space. Decent chance! They've scored! And that takes him up to 30. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Adams. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Iniesta. Always onto this. And the first 45 minutes are up. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, 2-0. You're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further.
And a quick
I'd
reminder
always
today
be inclined to
please
go
take
for
all lid
the
outer
latter,
bins
go
located
for a
by
third,
the entrance gates.
especially
Thank
with a
you
full
very
half of
much for
football
your
still to play.
cooperation.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. He's had it taken off him. Iniesta. Ball looks a good one. That's the keeper's ball. Marquinhos. Rijkaard. And Rafinha. Now it's Romario. He won't be happy with that one. Iniesta. Iniesta goes on a run down the left wing. Shot could be on. Nicely weighted ball. Takes a shot! Yes! And he is just ripping it up. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
A case now of complete control. Iniesta. Passing is crisp and sharp. David Villa in acres of space. There's the shot! He's got a goal! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Xavi Alonso pinches it off him. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is a great pick out. Oh, super ball, real chance! Really well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
It's become a case of men against boys.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. Well, here we are with everything very much to play for.
Hello,
Win this one
everybody,
and they're
welcome
going
to
up.
today's
Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And we're underway.
Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, there's the clearance. Xavi Alonso. And here's Owen. Roberto Carlos. Bullish header! Dispatched clinically. There's your man, leader, legend, another part of his legacy. Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
Adams. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Ribery. Tries to play it through. Forlan was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Can he get it through? Pull it. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Looking to play him in. He is through here. Crossed into the box. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Here comes the cross. What a throw in. Kochu's cross. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And it's De Bruyne. And that pass just didn't quite work. Xavi Alonso. Here's Scholes. Bullet, a player of legendary status. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the pass is intercepted. Bullet. Rummenigge. Scholes. And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Saliba. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And this is Hullet. Taken back almost at once. There's the shot! Sticks it away! the goal they've been looking for. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Pullet, good driving run. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Good ball, good take. Real chance. Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden.
There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised by your assessment there.
Yeah, one of the great liberos. His intelligence put him on a level higher than the rest, I think.
Guardiola. And it's Bellingham. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Knocks it out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Scholes with the cross. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's a little off target. Odo. Rummenigge. Cruyff. He's found the one, and Cruyff! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well, played right into his path. Great chance! Goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Guardiola. Now it's Vieri. Always onto this. He's beaten the last man. There's the shot! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter, just when the
Olise! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Xavi Alonso. Cruyff, a player of legendary status. Roberto Carlos. And he cuts out the supply. Roberto Carlos. And it's Cruyff. Rummenigge, given the lift of his goal. And the pass is intercepted. Scholes.
There will
And
be
it's
1
Odo.
minute added time.
Knocks it into space. And he's straight offside. There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
And as it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Owen. Number 17.
And so we're off again.
Heinz Rummenigge. Number 4, Scholes. Number 11,
Bunu.
Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field, number 8, Gullit. Number 18, David Villa. Number 14,
In with the challenge.
Hirokoshi Nakata.
Well, the
Number
defence
22,
proved infallible then,
Iniesta.
but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Substitutions taking
Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's made its way to him. Picked out brilliantly.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pull it. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Vieri. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. And that could set him on his way. Can he finish? Goal! Borussia Dortmund! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
It's a mighty effort! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, Red, nice interception. Threads one in. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, super ball. And Hullet! And he hits the net. And the comeback is complete. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He's got full. It's in. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times.
He's got away with one there.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Iniesta. And they're quick to get it back. Can he get it through?
There will be 5 minutes added time.
5 minutes to add. Nakata. Now, can they get him away? And he whips it in. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's really well manoeuvred. Iniesta. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to
everybody,
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Oh, that was vital. Anguissa. Asensio. Foden. That has been slung wide. João Neves is in a really good position out wide. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, that's a key interception. Fabinho is the team's great visionary. Now it's Asensio. Plays a sharp little ball here. Big chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Otto. And it's Cruyff. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Scholes. It's a goal kick. João Neves. Anguissa. Van de Ven. Cash. Now it's Foden, and it's Anguissa. Can he get onto this? It's a promising position. That has been cut short. And here's a player who has defined a generation. And this is Owen, and he's onside. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Adams, and it's Xabi Alonso. Now it's Asensio. Fabinho. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And hostilities have... Goes for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Anguissa. Now Foden. Kane. He's on it, can he get away? Scholes. And it's Otto. Played into the box. Asensio. France do have a chance to counter here. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
They've played it short. João Neves pinches it off him. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Owen. And this is Owen. And Owen! Fantastic from Michael Owen! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Asensio! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Roberto Carlos. Scholes under intense pressure.
Well, the quicker you cut out the service, the sooner you isolate his threat.
Anguissa concedes a free kick for that. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution for France. Number 47, Phil Foden. Coming on to replace him is number 22.
And if you have just joined us, still just one. And Owen! Owen! Sensational! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That is a brilliant interception. Fabinho. And it's Neves. Now it's Messi. And it's Kane. Simons.
4
That looks a
added
decent
minutes
ball.
has been indicated.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Looking for the run. Asensio. That's good play. And this is Kane. Skillfully cut out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So, how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in.
Takes the shot! An early chance there, first of the game.
Owen probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Beckenbauer with the short one. Van Dijk gets it away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Scholes. He's found a way through. Rummenigge!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And it's Messi. And here's Mbappe, looking for the run. Picked Hazard! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, sweet feet. Incoming, he's got tall. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Hazard, well, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's a promising position. That's good play. Nicely shaped cross. And that has been cleared. Odo. And it's Scholes. 15 minutes till half-time. He's tried one! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ball's gone out of play. And here's Roberto Carlos. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Ball comes in. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Out towards the flank. That's a lovely pass. And now they can spring out of defence. João Neves. Alexander-Arnold. Plays a sharp little ball here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Delivers with whip.
There will be 1 minute added time.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... Chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's a real opportunity missed there. He's done all the hard work getting to the ball, and all he needed to do was get some control on it.
Adams. And it's Scholes. Now it's Owen. And it's made it. And he shoots! They've done it! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Roberto Carlos.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Cruyff receives it in a wide position. Cruyff! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Great vision. And that's a dangerous ball. Big chance! It's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Scholes. Goes for goal! Good try, very good try, in fact.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Tries to think it through. It is a corner, good chance. And it's been taken short. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious...
And a shot! They've scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's Kane! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Kane is offering a wry smile there.
Roberto Carlos. Now Otto.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Otto. And it's Scholes. Ambitious ball here. Real chance! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low, too.
Substitution in progress.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Played out wide, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold tries making a foray down the right. And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
And
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, they were posed with problems in wide areas and they couldn't find the solution to those wide defensive positions. Just not good enough on so many levels.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a...